Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Huck. The Tennessee Titans take that L yesterday against the Jags and have already started making some moves today. The Titans have announced that they have released veteran linebacker Ola Adeniyi just moments ago. Also, Coach Vrabel, during his weekly press conference on Mondays, said that Dontrell Hilliard will not be available against the Chargers on Sunday. And news coming down right now, Don Davenport's favorite quarterback is no longer a Tennessee Titan. The Atlanta Falcons have signed quarterback Logan Woodside. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. It is a therapeutic Monday.
Beautiful day for the first time.
Are you saying a real beautiful day?
I mean, every day is a beautiful day, but yeah, the sun is out, if that's what you're asking. For the first time in a long time. My wife was like, nah.
Fans.
Kelly was like, nah, the sun came out like Thursday or something. I'm like, okay. For like 2 hours or something. Like, when's the last time the sun has been out like for an extended period of time?
And that we were here.
And I'm not one to let my conditions affect me, like my surroundings affect me, but damn, at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, Hunk, real quick, before we bring these guys in here.
Sup?
Logan Woodside to the Falcons?
Logan Woodside to the Falcons. It just happened a little while ago. They signed 3 players, one of which being Logan Woodside, to the 53-man roster.
So Art Smith grabs all the Titans. Vrabel grabs all the Texans. What an incestuous division this is. Hi, Don Davenport. How are you?
Hi. And none of it's good.
Glad you're back.
That's bunk. That's bunk. Twitch, please. Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
That Titans game Sunday was, in fact, bunk.
Man, the bunk is of the bunk.
You know the weird thing about that? They got drugged. They got drugged.
Yeah.
But the weird part about that is if Daly doesn't give up the strip sack demolishing hit fumble thing, they may be up 21-7, and that might be, headed toward it.
Different ball game.
Isn't that crazy?
Especially the way the King was running.
Hey, speaking of the King, he's Ron Slay.
Oh, I'm in the building.
Oh.
I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
You're the king of something.
This is true.
I'm in the building.
My home.
The king of your house.
That's right. And that's in question at times, but I'm trying to hold that. I'm trying to hold that one down.
They don't kiss the ring.
They try to take my power at times, but I'm holding it down. I will not relinquish.
What a weekend. So we were at Army-Navy on Friday. I left early Saturday in case you're like, I got questions about like, hey, why aren't you in these pictures? Well, they stayed for the game. And I had responsibilities. MTSU football banquet, which was awesome, and a couple of kids' basketball games. But anyway, unbelievable game. I hope you watched. This market does really well in terms of television ratings for the Army-Navy game for good reason with our friends to the Northwest and at Fort Campbell. But great game, 20-17 in double overtime. First overtime game in the history of Army-Navy, which blew my mind.
Which is crazy. 123 years.
Yeah. It's a good thing I had Army in the money line.
You know what else blew my mind? The over.
It hit.
Because it was like...
Alan Bell told you.
He did. And what did I say at halftime, Slay? I think I was like, I'm about to text AB and give him crap for that take. There ain't no way this is going over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, it took overtime, but it went over.
2 overtimes. Lo and behold.
Yeah.
It was fun. Also, Heisman went exactly the way that we said it would. Caleb Williams won. Should we reveal the way that we voted? I haven't put it on Twitter. I had a lot of questions about it.
Can I go first?
Yes.
All right, listen, people. Listen. I this was difficult for me because first they didn't even want to give me a ballot, and I fought hard for that, and the ballot, the official ballot never came. So kind of like I had to break into a couple of emails and get a ballot. So I printed one off myself. and I made it. And I turned it in.
Oh.
I don't know if it ever got there, but it was hooker.
1, 2, 3.
I went all three.
That's a lot of hookers.
Yeah, I went all three.
Sounds like a Hugh Freeze text message chain.
Oh, man.
See?
Honk.
What? Come on, man. He's at your school, dude.
Stop it.
I didn't say it was now. I just said it sounded like one he had participated in.
Well, I'm just saying,
That was
man.
an
that was mine.
escort service.
Yeah, it was a big difference.
It's just a fancy name.
Well,
a
that's how I
business.
voted, people.
Yeah. That's how you hooker.
Yeah, and
All
Caleb was
hookers
in
all the
question.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted Bryce Young, but I couldn't fit him in there.
All right.
So.
Babsy, you want to reveal yours?
Sure. My vote was number 1, Max Duggan. Number 2, Caleb Williams. Number 3, Hendon Hooker.
I was Caleb Williams, Max Duggan, Hendon Hooker. So for all the Tennessee fans thinking that we left Hendon Hooker off the ballot, we didn't.
We did not.
I know a lot of Tennessee fans will be like pissed now. Like, why didn't you vote him number 1? I mean, to me, Caleb Williams was the best guy in the country. Sorry.
He was. And I put him at 2 because of his shenanigans off the field.
Shenanigans cost him.
Yes. Well, obviously it didn't cost him enough because
your
he
vote
still
didn't matter.
won.
Your vote didn't matter.
Everybody's vote matters, Mayor. It always matters. But yeah, so that is why I voted Duggan first. But I felt like I couldn't, like, no matter what I felt about Caleb Williams off the field and how he handles things personally, I felt like I couldn't. It was important to put him in there for what he did on the field.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, there were a lot of quarterbacks in play this year. I think it was tough to kind of go through everything.
Right.
And
Well, because you could make an argument easily for Blake Corum. I looked at Michael Penix Jr.
Yep.
I had him up there. The one that I did not put in my research was Stetson Bennett. So I did. I mean, I looked at obviously his numbers loosely, but I didn't sit there and debate. Like Stetson Bennett wasn't in my debate for my vote.
your debate pile.
Correct.
Yeah, I looked at his numbers, saw him play, obviously a bunch, and I never gave him a thought. I never gave Stetson Bennett a thought. Him in New York blew my mind. SEC Player of the Year was not there.
This is true.
First team All SEC quarterback was not there, but the second team quarterback was. So I don't know. That kind of cleans up the Heisman thing. We'll get to the Titans in just a second.
If you want,
Yeah, for sure. All of these things that we bring up are kind of on the topic roster for the day, and you can bring those up or anything else that we might leave out that you want to talk about always. The Pirate, Mike Leach, we need to mention, Mississippi State football coach. I know there's a prayerful community and certainly a prayerful listening audience. He needs your prayers. Mike Leach remains in critical condition, according to Mississippi State. He suffered what was called a personal health issue at home on Sunday. He's 61 years old. Defensive coordinator Zach Arnett is running the football program right now. But thoughts and prayers with Mike Leach and his family and the Mississippi State Bulldog community.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure.
I had heard last night that it was obviously not good.
Yeah.
So definitely thinking of his family big time. I know there was a lot of talk. People were talking about his cough that he had all season, and apparently he was fighting pneumonia all season. And there are some reports out there that it was a cardiac incident. But I mean, we heard him in all of those post-game pressers where you could hear him struggling.
We commented
and having,
on it.
and having to cough all the time. Well, apparently he was fighting pneumonia throughout the season, and who knows exactly what happened, but definitely need to keep his family and that whole Mississippi State community in your thoughts and prayers, because I talked to a couple people there today and last night, and everybody is shook. He's, I guess, well loved. No matter what you think about Mike Leach, like there is a different side of him that a lot of people have had the opportunity to see, and for me, opportunity to learn from. I would always be like, all right, coach, educate me here. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Why does this work in your offense? And he was always willing to explain and teach. And this news of what he's going through is just devastating. So definitely thinking of the Pirate and his family.
Well said. Titans get drugged by the Jaguars 36-22, and it wasn't that close either. Listen, there's Jacksonville with 4 sacks, 5 tackles for a loss, 9 quarterback hits. The Titans lost 3 fumbles and an interception. You are not winning a game with that mess that they put out there.
Yeah, you ain't winning the scrimmage.
No, and the players talked about it pretty uniformly that it was an embarrassment, and that's a good word for it. That was an embarrassing performance, and I know fans in attendance that paid that money to be there are pissed. They've lost 3 in a row now, and now you've got a 2-game lead in a situation where you may have to win in Jacksonville at the end of the season. This is what they've done to themselves. 615-737-1045. Your reaction. Titans lose 36-22 to Jacksonville. This is 3HL 1045 The Zone.
FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. And if you don't have it on your phone, easy to pull up like I'm doing right now, you're missing out. And now's a great time to do it because right now, if you are a new customer, you get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. What does that mean? That's free bets back if your first bet does not win. All you have to do is sign up with promo code DAWN, DAWN, and jump in on an app that is safe, secure, and very easy to use. Oh, and by the way, they have odds boosts every single day for certain games, so you can jump in and get some great odds. You can pick anytime touchdown scores. You can pick any game, any sport, whatever you want to jump in on. You can sign up today with promo code DAWN. Your no sweat first bet's waiting for you. That's promo code DAWN so that you can make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sports book partner of the NFL. You got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets. Expires in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call or text the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789.
Come to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Maybe your car payment needs some adjustment, meaning you need something cheaper. Maybe you need more room in your vehicle. Maybe you just need something more reliable. Either way, anyway, you look at this. Gupta Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is the dealership for you. If you're looking around dealership to dealership, make sure you include my guys at Gupta Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. It will be the best vehicle buying experience you've ever had. Just go up there, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville, 24 west toward Clarksville. About 9 miles outside the city, you'll see exit 35. Take that into Springfield, and you'll come right up into the parking lot of Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Ask your questions. They'll have the answers for you. Take your test drive. Go inside. They'll help make the numbers work, and it'll be that easy. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All of the dealership information is there. Address, phone number, all of those things. Also, the inventory is there as well. GuptonMotors.com. Go ahead and visit while you're pretending to work. And you can get it done. GuptonMotors.com, the website. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Yeah, what up? 3HL 1045 The Zone. Did we do your intro?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because I went original OG on that one.
Yes, you did.
That away.
Hey.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Titans have released linebacker Ola Adaney. That makes me wonder if somebody's about to pop back on that roster.
Like
I don't know. Linebacker.
Someone that could help?
maybe a Cunningham?
Harold Landry.
Yeah, we know that ain't happening.
Yeah, maybe Zach Cunningham. That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know. I haven't been told that. I'm just opining out loud, which is always good to do on the radio. Voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, will join us in studio today.
Oh, that's fun.
He said he was going to be out and about. And I said, well, you will be our first in-studio guest, I think, in this new studio.
That's right.
He's our first guest?
In this studio.
Like
I think
on
that's
air,
true.
sitting with us, yeah.
Why Coach Mack ain't been in here yet?
He's been in here, but not on the show.
That's right. He came in here and just hung around.
Yeah, he does that.
just hang around places. I always can run into a Mac.
You asked him about, our Army, like the biggest response we got to Army Navy was, number one, a lot of thank yous for shining the light on that game, which, I mean, we're blessed to be able to do that. But Brian Jones was the guy, college football analyst for CBS Network, and he grew up in West Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And so he went on a recruiting trip. He said to L.A., he was like, L.A., man, I can do this. And so he lasted 1 year at UCLA, and then he went back home. His dream growing up was to play at Texas. So that's what he did, and he finished up there. But anyway, his conversation with us went everywhere, and we appreciate y'all with the response. But you asked Coach Mack about him, and he immediately knew all of his details.
Brian Jones played at Lubbock, Dunbar, excellent high school program in West Texas. Dude. No, legit West Texas dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a different thing. A West Texas dude compared to a dude anywhere else is kind of a different thing.
That's right.
That's like highest praise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Legit West Texas dude.
All right, so we need to get your reaction. We want to feel it from you today as the Titans drop it 36-22. They better figure out a way to get it going. They got the Chargers coming up this weekend. They're in a situation where they can't lose out. Y'all think that's possible?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
And see, that's the part, Babs. That's the part to get me. That's the part to get me because no, this is not in the Titans' DNA.
It's not.
But that's what they putting on the field.
That's what I said. It was an embarrassment,
dude.
And that's what they put out there. I mean, they got nobody to blame but themselves.
So it's no way that's supposed to be the answer. What Babs just said.
Right? Can they snap back? What was that thing from the Reese Witherspoon movie?
Bend
and snap.
And snap.
Can they do that? Can they bend and snap over there?
No, we don't want them to because somebody may go out.
They've already had enough snaps.
Yeah, right. But how do you get to this point? So doing the and then my bad. We're gonna go where we're going to the phone calls.
Go.
Okay, so
I mean, yeah, we will, but
this is what I want to know. So Mickey, Blaine, and Rascal Hitman and Buck were doing the pregame show, so they always check in at the VIP Titans tailgate. So when they checked in, Mickey asked me, "Hey, how do you get back on track being an athlete when you're going through a slump like this?" My thing was, man, you got to get back to the details of it. It ain't about the fun of the game. All of that is cool, and it looked like that's what they were trying to do. Like everybody have fun. You see Derrick Henry
dancing, which he doesn't do.
I've never seen that.
That was weird.
And listen, I'm cool with it. Do whatever you do.
That was kind of an out-of-body experience. I saw myself sitting there looking at him with a crazy look on my face. What is he doing?
The Man in Black alien is here.
Oh, my God.
So you got that going on. You got all type of little weird what is it, quirky? Is it quirky a word?
Yeah.
Quirky little stuff going on.
You still have Daly doing what he does.
And that ain't even quirky. He's just doing what he does.
And listen, if Daly's listening, it's not his fault. He's doing the best he can. But they're putting him out there.
They are. And they know what's happening.
My only question with Daly is, and I've asked this question before, and I want an answer. When he gets blown by, doesn't even touch a guy.
Yeah.
When he turns around, does he yell, look out, or anything to Tannehill? Like,
Oh, my bad.
or get down?
I'm sorry.
My
I apologize.
bad.
You got to say something, Babs. You can't. Okay, let me explain this to you, Babs. I'm playing quarterback. Babsy, you're blocking for me on my blind side. I look this way, and all of a sudden, boom, I get hit.
You look to the right. You get hit from the left.
While I'm on the ground, the first person I'm going to see, because your man is the one that blew by me, is Babsy reaching her hand out to pick me up. At some point, Babsy, I'm not reaching my hand back for you to pick me up. I'm just going to look at you like, dude, you the reason I keep being down here, Babsy. Like, will you do something? At some point, you going to have to, like Yours just said, I want to answer. See, this is where Tannehill is good. Because I just lay there on the ground. No, don't nobody. Ben, stay away from me. This man right here, Daly, got to stand right here looking at me and give me an answer before I get up off his ground. Throw the flag. I don't care. I don't care. We're going to get a delay game until I get a real answer. And the answer better mean something. And it better be about something.
See, he's got to communicate twice. Number one, when he gets blown by, he's got to yell, look the hell out, or something.
Yeah, but it happens so fast for him that there's
he's
no.
He's still like this, and the man's gone.
But then after, he's got to apologize. Got to.
And it can only keep about, like, I'm only accept that answer once or twice. Both my ankles are hurt.
Listen, on both Titans touchdown, the first two touchdowns. Look, he got blown by and had the hit fumble that really changed the game. I mean, they're going in to go up 21-7.
That was game changing.
That was game changing. But go back and watch. Well, maybe not, but if you do, you'll notice on the first two touchdowns,
Tanner got blown up.
Blown up by Daly getting run around.
Yep. When that camera cut back, he was straightening his face mask like, oh, man, he gets rock grass. There, man.
You just get grass out of places you shouldn't have grass.
Yeah. So we were at the game. The fam went. That was my first Titans game, actually, in person. In probably a year, over a year maybe. I almost felt like it looked worse in person.
It does.
Which is crazy because you can see everything on that TV copy, but I couldn't take my eyes off of it in person. And this was my conversation with Mr. Babs in the stands. I'm like, you can't tell me that there's not somebody on the practice squad right now.
Or somebody else's practice
Or
squad.
somebody else's practice squad that has to at least, I don't know, take a chance on. Because it's bad.
Man, somebody needs to put together a reel of Daly's blow-bys where Tannehill gets rocked. Because I'm telling you, number one, it would take a while to run through it. Number two, like, there's got to be a greatest hits. Like the one where Tannehill fumbled and Jacksonville recovered, Chig actually chipped.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the guy ran by Daly.
Chipped him too far. Should have been a nudge.
That was impressive.
Yes, it was.
I mean, that was really impressive.
I mean,
on the hit list. Yeah.
I don't understand.
What, did Jacksonville have a guy that had his first sack in 2 years?
Yes. I can't even pronounce his last name. This man was so hyped. Yeah, the celebration and everything. But
hey, that's committing to the art right there. Like at some point, I'm going to use this one.
I'm going to get
Boy,
one.
I see Daly on tape. I'm going to get it this time.
Man, then you got, okay, so this is what I'm saying. How do you get back and get over this hump? The details. You got to go to the details. And I'm talking about everything. What time you're getting there. Well, I mean, you gotta go you gotta map this thing out your day when you get up. This sounds silly, but I'm telling you, as a person that's been on losing streaks, I'm telling you how to get it back because everybody goes through them, y'all. Like
even Stella got a group back.
And I'm telling you how to get it. I got the blueprint. I went down there on that beach and she left it. I got it. So listen, I'm telling you, from what you eat to the rest you get, and then I mean, what time you get there. Your pregame, you got to break it down step by step.
Button it all up again.
Yeah, watch how you watch
it. Don't take anything for granted.
Because it get ugly. It get ugly.
UGLY,
you start trying to have fun and all that like they doing. And, man, them wheels will still come off until you get all the way back down to the detail. And you heard that from, I forgot who it was. Was it Big Jeff or Kevin Byard saying that they had to get back detailed and the fundamentals of it.
Well, Dylan Cole missed 28% of his tackle attempts.
What's your thoughts on him crying?
I haven't. I saw a picture of it. I haven't heard it. We do have it.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and play it, and then we'll go to the phones. This is.
I have a feeling I know how Slay feels already, but I want to hear it.
Well,
I mean, we can only learn and improve from this. I know personally, I sucked. I mean, that was. I sucked today. So just embrace it and then learn from it and improve.
How come that bothers you so much?
We just put a lot of work in and put stuff out there like that. It doesn't justify the work that we put in, and it hurts.
Dylan Cole emotional again. Yeah, the analytics suggest he already has a high missed tackle rate, it's highest on the team. But yesterday was even higher than that, 28%.
Clearly frustrated.
And it's weird because I think Andrew Adams is pretty good against the run. I think Dylan Cole's pretty good against the run. They get exposed in the pass game.
Yep.
He also tweeted, just real quick, he also tweeted about it too. What?
No, go ahead.
He's trying to figure out what he's going to say about
I'm
this.
going over something.
And he's kind of laughing about it.
Well,
Yeah.
this was his tweet. This is Dylan Cole's tweet. Never in my life did I think I would suck at football. I've been humbly proven wrong a few times this year. I deserve all the criticism for what I put on the field. No one is more mad at me than me. Nothing I can do now but learn and improve.
Yeah, it's tough.
And you know what?
That's true. All that's true.
That's the thing right there, you all see.
Without opinion, I'm just saying that's true.
No, this is all genuine and honesty that we're getting from this young man. And and let me say this. Earlier, when I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go in on this one. Now, when I take a step back and listen to it again, he's right. He is absolutely right. Listen, you're a backup. It is what it is. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Like you
and
have
a really good special teams player.
And you have a long career. Like when you walk away, you can say I played 10, 11 years, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL. And hey man, hats off, because there's people with more talent than you that probably didn't get to. So the longevity of it, man, tip your hat to it. But I feel why he was emotional. Because he really is one of those guys that's putting a lot into it. I can see him hours and hours in the film room, getting to it, going out there and practice, doing extra reps to try to get right. And then you get in the game, and the stuff that you have and you put in the game, the guy across from you, he has something maybe that he's put into it, and he's got something called God-given talent, which at any point, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's going to outweigh you. Like, you can try as hard as you want to. I want to be the greatest. I wanted to be I just didn't have what Charles Barkley had. The man could jump off one leg like Michael Jordan. Like, he's just athletic. Athletically, he's gifted. I don't care how hard I work. I just ain't going to get there. I just can't get to that point where he is. Dylan Cole, that's the same thing for you, brother. I understand. I was going to go in on him, but.
See, that was my Daly point. I'm right there with you. Like, it's not Daly's fault.
Yeah.
He's doing the best he can, but he's been thrust into this situation.
You're a backup.
Just like Dylan Cole.
You're a backup.
And a backup in the NFL is better than 99.9% of people that ever put on a uniform.
Yeah. And this is the reason you don't get you usually don't get interviews. Because you will be so emotional like this. The big dogs, they don't get to cry. Big Jeff, you don't get to cry. Especially in a regular season game. Kevin Byard, you don't get to cry.
No, you get mad and turn it around.
King Henry.
How are we going to turn it around?
That's so I'm going to excuse him on this.
All right.
I'm going to excuse him on this because he's been thrust into a role that he is really not supposed to be in.
Okay, whose fault is it?
Now that, Babsy.
It's a great question. Let us think about that, Babs.
That's a phenomenal question. I don't know.
615-737-1045. Drew in Lawrenceburg. Drew, what's up, man?
Hey, I have an idea I want to pitch to 3XL and to Ron Slate.
All right.
The Nathaniel Award.
Yes.
Wait, is this like an end of season thing, like an award show?
Nathaniel. End of season or after the Super Bowl, because Ron Slate has the point on who is a Nathaniel and who isn't.
What if we had like a whole award show?
I think we need one.
Like we could do it at like Strikeout or
I think
something.
we
We
need
could
one.
have like a full-on award show
I think we
at
need
the
one.
end of the year.
Drew's right. I mean, there's no bigger authority on Nathanielism than Ron Slay.
It's like the Razzies of the NFL.
Yeah. And it can be like the Nathaniel Quarterback of the Year award is
Well, there are a lot of guys in the running for that one.
And guess
the
what?
Nathaniel Offensive Lineman of the Year goes
That's what it is.
to.
That's the ultimate goal. See, and then I like it. I like where you're going. See, then you get your try hard contest guys.
Yeah, the try hard guy.
Then you got your good guy contest.
The
guys
like
too.
E for effort.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, in the running right now. And this is my guy. I like him.
Oh, I thought you were
going
going
to
to say half the Titans roster.
It could be tougher than the $2 steak though. Try hard contest guy right now. Aaron Brewer. I mean,
He does try hard.
Man, the man put up.
He tries hard. And I love it. We had him on the show. He was great.
Be cold-blooded.
Competitive as crap. Ready to go.
We walk away saying, dang, he gave it his all. We don't ever question that, do we?
No.
That's the guy.
Hey, by the way, thank goodness, programming note on the NFL Network currently, the Titans and Jaguars just started.
Well.
615-737-1045.
I'm glad my back is to it today.
Let's
Glad
go.
we have sunshine today.
Yeah, let's go to Steve in Bellevue. Steve, what's up?
Hey, playoffs. Who's talking playoffs? Nobody should be talking playoffs. I've tried to analyze this. I've tried to analyze this thing just from a serious standpoint, and now I'm to the point where it's like, it's how hard do you think Tannehill can throw a ball? How many miles an hour? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? Wait, guys. Look. We know he's getting beat. That is not a question, right? Mm-hmm. Let him get beat and just drill the defensive end right, just square. and I will promise you, I bet it would work, because I bet you money he'd go, oh man, there's no way I'm coming around the edge like that anymore.
Imagine.
This is where we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Steve, this is where we are.
I'm just saying. Y'all have a good
Appreciate
Hey,
it,
man.
Steve.
I'll tell you this. People that listen to 3HL over the years, you know, we're going to laugh no matter what happens.
This is it, dude. Like, at some point, to stop doing the Dylan Cole, to stop from crying, you gotta bring a little comedy into it and start laughing, man.
Can you imagine?
This is where the feelings on this offensive line are.
On this play where the Titans lead 14-7 and Chig blocks, like, and then lets go to get in his route, and this guy comes running around daily, like I said, one of those hotel doors, swinging doors or whatever,
revolving doors.
Thank you, Babs.
Yeah,
revolving doors where you actually come out faster than you went in. That's what happens with David. But if Tannehill just turned and threw it as hard as he could at the guy,
Just dead in the face mask
or in the balls,
Go straight longest yard.
Wow.
Just right there. That'll teach you to run around my crappy
See,
left tackle.
if you hit the guy in the face mask, that'll get him. But if you hit him in the balls, that'll get everybody around him that saw it.
Dang.
Yes, Babs, this is where we are.
This is where we are.
Maybe Tannehill should just turn and throw it at the guy running untouched toward him.
Damn it, Titans.
Help
God.
us. Help us, please.
Oh, man. Tommy in Nashville. Tommy, what's up?
Hey, bro, I was just calling. So we started off with a trick play on first down. Nobody bites on that. So Derrick Henry did not even run the ball. And then we start off with a trick play. It burns, like it just lands in the field, like nothing freaking happened. And then we done that on two separate occasions where we had done trick plays, and they were on first down. And so there was nothing leading up to it. You know, like if you don't see Derrick Henry running the ball, and there's no reason to play. That covered. They covered And
Hang on, Tony. It sounds like you're like underwater or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
But,
kind of breaking up.
point made, though. I will argue that the Titans usually run on first down, so that is a good time to do it. Here's the problem, though. They've already shown it.
Everybody knows.
In the NFL, if you show something once, you can just bag it usually because everybody's now seen it.
It didn't look like it was only 2 receivers out on the route.
There were only 2 receivers, and the safety covered both guys.
That's the trick, Slay.
Oh, yeah. You run the guys in the same general area so one guy can cover 2. I mean,
Got it.
Did that reek of desperation to you?
To start.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do have a question. You got to do something, right? Like, you already fired the general manager. You lost 3 in a row. You're in danger of blowing like a 4+ game lead. Do you take the play calling away from Todd Downing? 615-737-1045. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Let's talk about something happy, which is, a beautiful custom closet with organization, and it's functional, and maybe you want lights in it and shoe storage and just something gorgeous that you can walk into every morning as you get ready for the day. Artisan Custom Closets is who you need to call. They don't just do closets, though. They also customize pantries and garages, laundry rooms, mud rooms, and home offices. You have an empty room, they can build you a home office from scratch. Make sure you enjoy walking into your home office to go to work. Say goodbye to clutter. Get a free in-home or showroom consultation with Artisan Custom Closets today. Go check them out online. See what they have to offer. ARTISAN customclosets.com is the website. And here's the deal. Lisa Carlquist is the owner for Artisan Custom Closets. They are locally owned and everything's manufactured in the USA, right out of Marietta, Georgia. Give them a call. They organized my garage for me, stayed within my budget. It was awesome. It's beautiful. And the same can be said for what you want. 10% off if you tell them Dawn sent you. You heard about them right here on 3HL on The Zone. Tell them Dawn sent you. You get 10% off. 615-800-2199. Say goodbye to clutter. Get a free in-home consultation today. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
I want to tell you about my friends at Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. They need to be your friends, too, especially when you have to consume that product we all consumed yesterday. You can consume some wine and spirits at Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. Maybe you need to stock up for the holiday season. I love my dude Jason and his guys. You will, too. They are very, very helpful with their vast knowledge of bourbon, tequila, wine, craft beer, cigars. They've got it all there at Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. You can check them out in Maryland Farms, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood, online, marylandfarmsws.com. If you know what you want and you typically get the same thing every time you go in, you can certainly do that. Everything is easily found. But this time of year, maybe you want to branch out a little bit and provide your guests with choices because it's the holiday season and maybe you've got family and friends that come over from time to time, and they can help you stock that bar. They've got everything you need along with the care and expertise to point you in the right direction. They have expansive bourbon, wine, craft beer selections, tequila, vodka, whatever you need, they will be able to help you. Locally owned and operated in Brentwood for more than 17 years. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 until 9. Again, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood in the Public Shopping Center. Online, marylandfarmsws.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone on 3.com doing a great job with the transfer portal information, and it's tough to keep up with because it's happening so fast. So many dudes are running in there is crazy.
It is crazy. I hope they find homes.
Me too. Transfer portal best available quarterbacks: Devin Leary from NC State, number 1. Brennan Armstrong from Virginia, number 2. DJU from Clemson. It's an all ACC list. Spencer Sanders from Oklahoma State had trouble staying healthy this year. Austin Reed from Western Kentucky, probably trying to get in the Power 5, I would guess. Good quarterback. Grayson McCall, Coastal Carolina. He lost his head coach.
Hey.
Who went to Liberty? Is he going to follow him there?
Nick Evers from Oklahoma. Hudson Card from Texas. Graham Mertz from Wisconsin. So there's 9 for you. But that's a good Twitter feed to kind of keep up with because you can just pop them up and then just scroll down. Yeah. Like here's one local guy, Trey Knox, Arkansas tight end, officially in the transfer portal.
Yes.
5 touchdown receptions, caught 26 balls last year.
I really thought, because he signed as a wide receiver, right?
Yep. And then he got bigger.
Right. And I really thought he was going to be like, I think he hasn't been what a lot of people thought he was going to be, but I think he still has the potential.
If I remember correctly, he had an impact early.
Yep. His freshman year.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember covering him. And I think his freshman year was Chad Morris.
Chad Morris's last year.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Different system.
Yep.
615-737-1045. We asked the question before the break. I don't know that this fixes anything, but I do know, obviously, that Tim Kelly's sitting over there and has experience calling plays, the passing game coordinator. Do you take play calling responsibilities from Todd Downing and give it to Tim Kelly? And if so, does that change anything?
You want to hear my thought on it?
Yeah.
Does it matter if what you have on the field is what you have on the field?
I don't know, but I think you got to try something maybe.
See, that's why I'm laughing.
I don't know.
Like,
are you with me?
Yes. Like
if your offensive line can't protect for Shiano, then what the heck are you gonna do?
It's still the same guys. Like, let's go paint this mule.
Like different play calling.
Tim Kelly's calling. All right, let's go.
Put some zebra stripes on this mule, huh?
I don't know.
Turn it into a zebra.
I do know this.
But I don't even know if you can do that. Like, your paint won't stay on.
Do you think Tim Kelly would be better in the second half than Todd Downing?
I think I would be better in the second half than Todd Downing.
You've got the same people in the second half as you had in the first half, and I pulled them all. I pulled all the first possessions of the first half and second half, and we'll go through that in a little bit. But you have a lot of success on the first possession of the first half and next to none.
Well, because defenses adjust, right?
Well, shouldn't you?
Yes.
615-737-1045. I mean, they're all getting paid out there to coach, right?
Let me go see some.
Okay. In the meantime.
In between time.
Travis.
Oh, I thought he was still talking Todd Downing.
Travis, next up on 3HL. Travis, what's up?
Man, I think it's time to pull the trigger and take him out of there. Yesterday, when I saw Daly on the line, I thought, man, Tannehill's going to get crushed today. And, I mean, you know it's coming. I mean, I think it's time to go ahead and get this done because, I mean, I know he's a human and he made a mistake and he got into his DUI at best, but I think maybe his head's not in the game right now. You know, I mean, maybe it's time to pass this on to someone else that's, you know, maybe on fire to get into this position because, I mean, dude, we stink, man. We're so predictable, man. It's just like Novocaine, you know?
Novocaine's better.
Novocaine's
like
one
of the greatest inventions of all time.
Crushed.
Yeah, I get it. Thank you. Appreciate
it. But it's like, man, y'all have a good day. Later.
How many shots of Toradol do you think Tannehill has to take before the game?
Lord. Have mercy.
He's got 2 ankles. I know that. And boy, he got hit right in the back 3 times. I was wrong. It was the second touchdown and the third touchdown, not the first touchdown, where he got rocked from behind.
Whatever. I mean, he got rocked. Does it really matter when?
I sense a tone to Babsy over there.
I sound like she's sick of it.
We're trying to make you laugh, Babsy.
They're bad. She's sick of all the little jokes and all.
Yeah, our
do you think it's because I sat there and watched it in person?
Yes, because you got to get the feeling of it. I got
the feeling. I got the feeling of Titans fans around me, a bunch of season ticket holders. I got the feeling of just deadness in that stadium.
Is there a ramp up of noise before Tannehill gets hit? Like, because everybody in the building can see the guy go running right by Daly. It's like, oh.
If I had $1
Because we all feel it.
We all
definitely
feel
do.
it, and you all see it coming, except for Tannehill.
He's the only one. You're right.
But
Hopefully, Daly gives him a heads up, like look out or get down or something.
he don't even have time. He's still trying to block his guy. Guy's already passed him. I don't know. Like, if I had $1 for every time I heard somebody in the stands say a curse word followed by Daly, I would be retired and wouldn't be here today. Here's my other
Daly,
question.
man. Golly.
I know,
Left
right?
tackle should not be talked about this much,
No.
man, on a Monday.
Well, and I think it's probably been made worse because now you focus in on that. I mean, there are plenty of times that Aaron Brewer is beat as well. There's plenty of times that other guys on that line are beat.
It's the consistent factor.
But it's the consistency of Dennis Daly, and it's the fact that there has been nothing done to try and make it better, aside from using tight ends to chip and try and help them. Besides that, like, nothing's been done, so it's just over and over and over.
Like
I
Marshawn Lynch.
cannot handle it.
He'll be better next week, is what they think about.
Speaking of Marshawn, South Carolina running back Marshawn Lloyd in the transfer portal. These things are just like, it's like a stock ticker right here, man.
I mean, what are these rosters going to look like next year?
Completely different than they did last year.
Completely different.
It's
It's
so hard to keep
crazy.
up with.
Yep. All right, lines are loaded, including Trey in Nashville, who says the Titans suck. That's coming up
wow.
next. The voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, will be in studio at 4:20. More of your phone calls, your reaction to the Titans' loss against Jacksonville. 615-737-1045.
Let me just go on the record and say it's always Buck Reising's fault, just for the record. Hey, but you know what? He is smart in the fact that he went car shopping at Two Rivers Ford. At least he's, somewhat intelligent there. The in-stock inventory at Two Rivers Ford, by the way, I know Buck custom ordered his Explorer, but now they have all this in-stock inventory back at Two Rivers Ford. So, truckloads of vehicles, and I am talking about F-150s, those Explorers, Edges, Escapes. Two Rivers Ford has them all in every color and with a bunch of different trim levels for you, too. So go see them. Here's the deal. When it comes to financing right now, Two Rivers offering great financing rates this month, and they start at just 2.9%. And don't forget that they sell all their non-specialty new Fords below MSRP. So you're going to get a great price. You can trust them, and they'll take care of you. That trust, just go look at how they're rated. Any Google or reviews or Facebook reviews, or just go look at the Better Business Bureau, where they have an A+ rating, and they've been around since 1983. You know how hard that is to do? Two Rivers Ford are great people. They're going to take care of you. You'll be in great hands when you deal with them. And they're close. They're in Mount Juliet, just 7 miles east of the airport. TwoRiversFord.com. Call them at 1-800-900-1000, or go see all their in-stock inventory before it's gone there in Mount Juliet. Two Rivers Ford, powered by Ford, driven by people.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hogg. Titans, coming off that loss against the Jags, have made some moves. First, earlier today, Coach Vrabel met with the media and said that Dontrell Hilliard will not be available to play this week in L.A. against the Chargers. And right after that, the Titans also announced that they are releasing veteran linebacker Ola Adeni. Also, quarterback Logan Woodside, he was on the Titans practice squad, is now an Atlanta Falcon. He has been added to their active 53-man roster. The Dallas Cowboys have signed T.Y. Hilton to their roster. That happening just a little while ago, and apparently Alex Anthopoulos loves the Oakland A's because the Atlanta Braves have traded for Gold Glove catcher Sean Murphy in a 3-team deal. That went down just about an hour ago. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. We are bound and determined to laugh our way through this. Air guitar going there.
Yeah.
What up, Ron Slay?
What's happening, yo? I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building.
Got that one on cue, huh?
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm going to start playing drums.
Really?
Yeah,
Get a drum set in the house? I'm sure Chris would love that.
Yeah.
Put a drum set in the boom boom room.
Yeah. But don't touch my drum set.
Be like
Step
Dave
brothers.
Grohl in there, put on a wig, just
I
start
love that.
banging your head.
Probably.
I bought a drum set for my nephew.
For Christmas?
That's bunk. That's bunk.
It is
Twitch,
bunk.
please. Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
I heard about it from my brother and sister-in-law. I did it 2 years ago. I heard about it year-round.
I bet.
Why the hell did
I
you
bet.
buy that as a gift?
Yeah.
What? You just wait. Payback's coming.
Well, I was wrong on the daily timing. It was 7-0. Titans were trying to go in to go up 14-0. And, man, they keep showing it where Tannehill's head just like,
No.
you know those crash test dummies where they put them into a wreck and run them into a wall? That's kind of what it looked like.
Goodness.
It's like a full body heave.
Goodness.
Ball
gracious.
comes out. Jacksonville goes down, scores 7-7 instead of 14-0.
Man. Man,
4
man.
sacks, 5 tackles for a loss, 9 quarterback hits, 3 lost fumbles, 1 interception, and a pear tree.
Wasn't they lowest on the sack total for the NFL coming into this game? I think they had 20 sacks. I think they were
They were far
bottom.
down. They do not.
Yeah.
They do not have a good sack to pass ratio.
Derrick Henry, 119 of his 121 in the first half. Now, there was score separation there.
Yeah. 119 of his 121. You got 2. Yeah. Hey, man. You know what, though, y'all?
What, Slay Dog?
I'm watching. Kinda.
It just felt like an announcement
It
was
did.
coming.
It just
did.
Kinda.
Kind of did.
I think guys are being. I think it's Mike Hilton
Wait.
for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think he's dressing up as other players
Oh, you think so?
and playing against the Titans.
He's a big Halloween fan.
Because Andrew, and I need somebody to call in and tell me I'm wrong. Andrew Wingard, I think is how you say his name. He made all the same plays that Mike Hilton was making when the Titans played the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a safety and a cornerback, both coming up to the line when they pack the box and getting in the backfield and hitting Derrick Henry. I mean, throughout the game, not one play, throughout the game. This man went out with a shoulder stinger or something for one play.
Came back in.
He think I'm sitting out on this? I know I can have a field day. Hey, man, the tape is out.
It's like if you have the sniffles.
I was going to say, you mean like he did his job and scouted and
The
watched
tape
film?
is out.
Maybe your back hurts a little bit when you wake up on Thanksgiving morning. You still going to miss Thanksgiving dinner?
Hey.
No, you can be there, boy.
Yeah, you got to be there.
You're going to pick it all up.
And you know what? Man, this is the part I don't like. You know what side it keeps happening on? Everybody keeps lining up on their left side.
Their
offensive
right
left
side,
their
the
right
offensive
side,
left
yeah.
side. Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you what I'm saying. I could be blind. Like, I do know I got stigmatism in my right eye. So, listen, what I'm seeing may not be right. I'm 20/20 in my left, though. So if I just watch with one eye open, I can see it perfectly.
Can also block better.
That's correct.
So you can play left tackle.
Well, my left eye, my good eye, so I can be on that side, yeah. I'd have a problem if I'm NPF, but something got to give, man.
The good news for NPF is nobody's talking about him, man.
Nope.
He's way down the list.
You can't keep hearing the same stuff, though, you're week in and week out, man. This is getting we got to play better. That's getting old.
I mean, I don't do their job. They do their job. They're professionals, all those things. But I have a hard time believing that there's not somebody on somebody's practice squad that you could sign to your active roster better than that.
What, we have to eliminate bad football from Mike Vrabel today?
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
That's a great idea.
And the players.
Well, the challenge is just getting back to eliminating bad football. We have too many opportunities to do good things, and we have to eliminate bad football. Whether it's turnovers, whether it's those turnovers and sudden change, affecting the quarterback or not being able to affect their quarterback, not being good at the end of a half situationally. Just those things where we have to be. Whether they're not lined up but we're not ready to go. That would be another instance. So. There's a lot of those things, and that's the challenge. It's not looking ahead to how many games we have left. It's making sure that we eliminate bad football and that we find ways to go out there and play complementary, which we've done. Certainly haven't done it here recently.
Floor is yours, Babsy.
We have to eliminate bad football.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what bad teams need to do.
How are you going to do that? Is it coaching? Is it the way you practice? Is it fundamentals? Is it talent? Lack of talent? Whatever. That's not an answer.
The reason why we're laughing also is because while Vrabel was talking to y'all, the point of the game where they are in the NFL Network rebroadcast is the touchdown pass to Chig,
yes,
where Ryan Tannehill, I mentioned, Daly got beat, and Tannehill, again, looked like a crash test dummy. How hard did he get hit, y'all?
They just replayed it.
I mean...
in slow-mo.
Rock this world.
How's that go? 615-737-1045. All right, Trey in Nashville. Trey, what's up?
Trey!
What's up?
What's up?
Man. What is going on with the Titans? And you know what? It ain't Coach Vrabel's fault. It is not Coach Vrabel's fault because he ain't got answers for what everybody want to know. John built the team, you know what I'm saying? So I blame it on John. Is my take. So I just think, man, that we just need some soul searching or something, but I don't know what's going on. What y'all think?
Appreciate that. Young lady in the back with the blue hat.
Yeah.
Davenport.
I don't think that you can take all the blame off of Vrabel.
Mm-hmm.
I think the blame goes everywhere. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's all just John Robinson. It's easy to say that because Miss Amy made the decision to fire him. And I think when you look at this roster construction, I agree to an extent. A lot of that you put on John Robinson for them to be in this position that they're in. They'll be over the salary cap next year with how they're constructed. Obviously, you want to run the football with Derrick Henry, but yet your offensive line was not focused on or addressed in the proper way. So all of those things you can put on John Robinson. But I also think, you're a head coach in the National Football League too. You and your staff have to figure out a way to win ball games with what you are given. While it's not all Vrabel's fault, it's not all Todd Downing's fault, it's not all the strength and conditioning staff's fault for all these injuries. I get it, you're dealt the hand, you have to play with the hand you're dealt with, right? But I also don't think that you can just take all the blame off of the head coach either.
I completely agree. I think it's pretty amazing that they were 7-3 with this roster. So now they got to figure out how to pick it up, and so Slay offered,
with where they are now,
offered his take on that earlier. You can go back and listen. Get the 3HL podcast where you get your podcast. Rate, review, subscribe. Please. Brandon in Franklin. Brandon, what's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, gotcha.
Hey, so I was just thinking, get the chance to watch the whole game Sunday. I watched the last bit of the third and the fourth quarter, and the couple plays that Tannehill got sacked on, Ben Jones was standing there one-on-one with his guy, and everybody else was laying on Tannehill. And it made me laugh.
I mean, the fumble we just saw, and everybody was laying on Tannehill. You're right about that, everybody.
And I would say at least the game wasn't as bad. My brother was watching the Tampa Bay game, and Fox shut it off with the fourth quarter left and switched it to another game because it was so bad.
That's pretty bad.
I know. They're already thank you for the call. They're already talking about where's Tom Brady going next year.
Yeah, AFC South and NFC South, they trying their best to be things of the year conference.
Nathaniel. Right? The Bucs are leading that division with 5 wins.
Yeah, it's silly. It's about as silly as it comes. What do they have? Yeah. 6 and 7. 3-1 in the division, tied with the Panthers.
Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
If the Titans can't okay, let's look at Sunday's game.
Okay, here we go.
You don't turn the ball over 3 times and you win that ball game.
Yes.
Like when the second one happened, I said, you don't win an NFL game turning the ball over twice.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly don't win it turning it over 3 times. So
or 4.
Or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, well, it was well out of hand.
Yeah.
But in that moment, like, and you can blame the offensive line for one of them. You can blame Derrick Henry for one of them.
Yep.
I mean, there's blame. There's plenty of blame to go around, right? Yep. But now, as you look ahead, what are you going to do? What has to happen? What do you need to do to make sure you don't blow this division that you comfortably had a couple weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the good news is, like, if they do figure out a way to get this done, that means that they will have won some games down the stretch, and then at that point, maybe you've righted some wrongs, and maybe you have some momentum going into the playoffs.
Or maybe you've got some guys healthier.
Listen, I'm not writing this team off. We're just dealing with Monday after the 3rd loss in a row.
Right.
So, you know,
and a really bad loss where you killed yourself too, and gave up 400 yards passing.
Yeah.
Against an arch rival who hadn't won there since 2013 and was 4-8.
Like this is bottom of the barrel if you're a Titans fan right now, and also very concerning for the future of what that Jags franchise is going to look like.
Well, I tell you what, Big John sure did have a good time calling me yesterday.
Oh, I bet he did. I bet he did.
So loud and obnoxious.
So the first thing out of his mouth, you answered, right?
Oh, I got to answer.
Yeah, you got to answer. Mm-hmm. The first thing out of his mouth, he was screaming Duval, wasn't he?
Duval. I told you I was coming at it. Come on, man. Yeah, you told us.
He's not wrong.
He ain't wrong at all, man.
Might should put him on again.
Ain't no telling if he found his voice.
Mike Keith, speaking of the voice of the Titans, Mike Keith will join us next. And you'll probably feel better after you listen to him, would be my guess. That's next, 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, holiday time, people. Time is running out. It's the 12th. Maybe you don't want to get somebody something that's just going to, end up in a garage sale a couple years from now. Why don't you give them an experience, a sports experience with the Nashville Predators? Always a great experience. Give the gift of Preds hockey this holiday season. They've got this Nashville stocking stuffer deal going on, which is presented by 47 brand and local IQ. What is it? It's a great little package. 2 hockey tickets, a Preds 47 brand hat. Those are the best hats, by the way. And a $20 food voucher, and all of it just $79. Visit NashvillePredators.com/stocking for more information on that. Maybe you want to go more games. Maybe you want an even bigger gift. Check out the 5-game pick plan presented by Hattie B's. You can pick any 5 games, pick your seats out. Plus, You get a Preds car flag and a $10 gift card to Hattie B's. Get you some hot chicken. Visit NashvillePredators.com/tickets for those details. Both of them, Smashville stocking stuffers, they're ready for you. Go to NashvillePredators.com. Go Preds.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is Ron Slade. Listen, SuperbookSports.com. That's where you should be wagering to get you some bread. Now, I'll run down my little list, man. Yeah, I picked the Titans. I was wrong. Yeah, I put the Vikings, and I was wrong. But I tell you what, I picked the Jets, too, and I was right. And then I also, well, listen, it's not important. The thing is, Parsley didn't hit. But the Parsley is hitting in basketball, so I did get it right on that. Broke even on football, but you can do the same thing, man. Download Superbook Sports app and or visit superbook.com. Start placing your bets immediately, offering up to a $1,000 bonus when you sign up, deposit, and wager in the same day. You got to get in action right now. You can do that. If you listen to what I said, I'll repeat. Download the Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com, and you have to sign up, deposit, and wager in the same day, and you will be getting your money matched up to $1,000. You can put Vegas right there in the palm of your hand, man. Who doesn't want to do that? I've never had bright lights in the palm of my hand. You could. Visit superbook.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-889-9789. Book it.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slade, Joe Hunk producing. Appreciate you being with us on sort of a therapeutic Monday. The voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, in studio.
It's the nicest studio I've ever seen.
Is this the first time you've sat in here?
I haven't even been. I didn't know where you were.
I heard you when you were walking down the hall trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah, I was. No one was told. You've been in an undisclosed location in the building for this period of time, and it is literally the nicest studio I've ever been in. Nicer than Sirius XM, even.
Hey,
Nice.
Mike was like Baker Mayfield on Thursday night.
You are our first studio.
Whoa. What do you mean by that?
Mitch, he didn't know where to go. Man didn't even know where to find the conference or the press conference. He didn't know where to go. He had to ask people.
Huh? Okay. I'm just checking on that.
You've never been compared to Baker Mayfield.
He's like, hold on.
Here's the other thing about this studio.
I mean, I'm just saying that for fun because it's fine to be compared to Baker Mayfield
sometimes.
But I just wanted to, respond.
The other part about this is like we have 3 open mics in here. Yet you're sitting very uncomfortably, at least to me, looking at you next to Ron Slade.
And the advantage is going to be on the morning show. Now they'll be able to add 3 more people, so it'll be like Friends.
Yeah.
So it's Will and Ramon and Kayla and Jennifer Aniston and whoever
Courtney.
Matthew Perry's character was, Chandler or whatever.
Yes.
So that's good.
All right.
Be able to have the very longest name in all of sports talk radio. This is beautiful.
Mike Keith, voice of the Titans, with us in studio. And you can see him on Zone TV, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you, Babsy. Titans get run by the Jags, 36-22. That was I don't even know where to start with that one. That was and it's funny, too, because they had a chance to go up 14-0.
Oh, yeah.
And you turn it over, give up a touchdown, and here you go.
Well, and I think that turnover, I don't want to give away the OTP 4D, which will be published later on, but my play that turned the game, well, I'll give it away. It was the sack, because the sack and the forced fumble, because here you have Jacksonville. They've been to this place since 2013, and they've been tortured. Everybody on their team has been hammered here, and they can't beat us here. And you could say whatever you want about that being real or not. It is real. So we start off the game, we go right down the field, score a touchdown, 7-0, 3 and out, get the ball back, and it's fantastic. And then you give up a sack fumble. They recover the ball at the 20-yard line, and then they score on 3rd down. You can't get off the field. And all of a sudden, all the mystique and the momentum that the Titans have in their own building's gone. Because now they've done something really great in that building right off the bat. Not only do they get easy points, they get 7 easy points after not starting the game well at all. So it was crushing. And it set the tone for the whole day, unfortunately.
So this team has lost 3 in a row. How do they get their groove back?
Well, we did see a couple good things yesterday. The big thing that I saw was they were pushing at the line of scrimmage, and they got some guys blocked, and they got Derrick Henry started. The problem with that is he got only 6 carries after the first quarter because of what happened in the game.
Score separation.
Yeah, but it totally got away from him, and then they only had 6 total plays in the third quarter. So I think all of that gives you an indication that, okay, maybe you figured some things out, and you're going against a team in the Chargers that has had tons of injury problems in the defensive line and thus is allowing nearly 150 yards per game rushing. So, that's something you say, well, stats don't mean anything. I think when you get to week 15, stats do mean something. And so can you take advantage of that and build what you're doing? Listen, if the Titans score right before halftime, if Derrick Henry does not fumble, then you're in a position right there. You're up 17-13, 21-13 going to the third quarter. You can keep running the ball. You can keep doing what you do. You can keep taking advantage of things. Hey, Tannehill was only sacked the one time in the first half. That was a bad sack, but it was only one time. You're not predictable if you can keep doing what you do. So you have to find a way to build on that. You have to find a way to build on those positives.
So if we look at the other side of the ball, just talking about how they ended up having to play because of score separation and all of that defensively, we can go through the injuries. We know Jeffrey Simmons is not 100% clearly, but no Danico, no Christian. We all know the injuries. Sure. What's the most important thing, or maybe it's person that they get back for this defense to overcome what happened Sunday and to be better?
I think it's got to be multiple guys.
Okay.
If it's going to be personnel, Fulton would be fantastic to have him back. If Danico could play even a limited role, if Zach Cunningham is ready to come off of injured reserve, all of those guys would mean a lot. I mean, at this point, Trey Avery, who's played some good corner, they just don't run well enough on that side of the ball with the unit they put on the field yesterday. They just do not run well. Mike Vrabel said it in the pregame. He said, we know they're faster than us. Their offense to our defense, they're faster than us. And, speed kills in those instances where if you get out of position one time, if you miss a tackle, they make you pay. Hopefully some of those guys are back and able to infuse that speed element to give them a little more in that way, because then other people can move to their more natural spots, and then you can take advantage of their athleticism a little better.
Is that why you don't see the injuries? Is that why you don't see the jolt of energy from special teams too? Because I thought the defense fed a lot off kickoff. Them being down there, when you see a big hit, they go on and feed off that also on punts and the punt returns and things of that nature. Is the injuries? The injuries trickle into it.
I think you're having to use guys in certain ways. And the other thing, too, is you look at the snaps. Some of your big special teams players are having to play snaps on defense.
Yep.
And so you're getting into a situation where they wear down a little bit more in different ways. Mm-hmm. Those are the challenges that they have overall now. And when you saw the 7 roster moves on Saturday, that's not good. Yeah. There's no way to put happy spin on that and go, well, this will all be okay. I mean, you hope it's okay. You hope Derrick Henry can rush for about 250. You can keep the ball for 40 minutes. Trevor Lawrence will think he's back in Nissan Stadium in 2021 where he got tortured. Instead, you gave him life. You gave their fire oxygen, and they blew it up in your face. I mean, that's exactly what happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, with us on 3HL. 4 sacks, 5 tackles for a loss, 9 quarterback hits, 3 lost fumbles, 1 interception. That's not a recipe for success.
None. I mean, you're -4 in the turnover ratio. You are going to win less than 1% of the time. I mean, so you've got that. You can't do it. And the weird thing is, Vrabel teams have not done that.
Right.
I mean, they had turned the ball over only 11 times in the first 12 games. So it's like you're not playing well, and then you turn the ball over 4 times. I mean, there is nothing in that equation that works at all.
What do you see from the Chargers, this week's opponent? Obviously, they've won 2 out of 3. Justin Herbert has been dealing with injuries all year.
Sure.
It's getting it going. Palmer's had a good season at wide receiver, former Tennessee player. What do you see from this group?
They threw 51 passes against Miami. I think they will throw more than 51 passes. I think they're going to come out and they're going to do what Philadelphia did and what Jacksonville did and really what Joe Burrow did in the second half for the most part. I think they're going to wing it. And I think they're going to try to, be one-dimensional. They're averaging less than 85 yards per game rushing. Mm-hmm. Now, Eckler is okay.
Right.
But they don't have a big run game. So I think especially with Allen back and Williams back and being able to get good tight end play, you mentioned Josh Palmer. I think they're going to throw it all over the yard. I think they're comfortable doing that. So for the Titans, it's going to be a lot about tightening up the coverage, hopefully getting some guys back that can run with them a little bit, and most importantly, getting their hands on footballs. They have got to bat balls at the line of scrimmage. They've got to be in a position where they do what at least – hang on a second.
That's okay.
Bat phone.
Yeah. I'll call you back. Family. Can do that. Sorry, I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know my ringer was on. I apologize. I mean, they've got to have linebackers get their hands on footballs. defensive backs do what Byard did early in the ball game, knocking passes away. I mean, they've got to make some things happen because I think the ball's going to be coming out quickly. So you do want to get pressure, and that'd be great. But if you don't have a chance to get pressure, get your hands on footballs.
Real quick, just to your point on the passing game. Yeah, Justin Herbert, 39 of 51, 367 through the air. Mike Williams, 6 for 116, a touchdown. Keenan Allen, 12 receptions, 92 yards. Austin Eckler, 8 for 59. Josh Palmer, 4 for 53. Gerald Everett, 5 for 28. I mean,
that is their run game.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly,
how the ball comes out is their run game. And so, the way you stop it is you, as Coach Mack likes to say, you spot tackle. And then you've got to get your hands on footballs. He'll complete a bunch of passes. Okay, that's fine. He's a professional quarterback. Professional quarterback average completion is 64% right now. Okay, so you understand that. But what do you do in those situations where you have a chance to get off the field and you've got a chance to frustrate him? They're going to need some big plays on defense, which at some point they have to have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just one of those,
for sure.
One of those tip balls has to go to somebody, right? Has to.
I thought that was the biggest disgust that you saw when listening to Byard talk and Jeff Simmons talk. Yeah, we turned the ball over, but from their perspective, it wasn't about pointing fingers. It was, man, we turned the ball over and we didn't get any takeaways.
And Vrabel said that too. He made it very clear. Even after the turnovers, they didn't get them stopped. In all of these situations, the Titans were not able to take advantage or to help out in some way. It was on everybody. I mean, Jacksonville gained over 400 yards. They scored on 5 straight possessions. So if you could just say, well, the turnovers beat the Titans. But you can't. It's the lead story.
Yeah.
But it's not the whole story.
It's interesting, too, as we move forward, obviously with the 2-game lead with 4 to play, right? But Chig has come a long way.
Hooper has too.
Traylon Burks will be back out there, and he definitely has come a long way. And I think it's proven that he is taking that step into being what everyone wants to call wide receiver 1. They've got a chance to get some momentum going.
They do. Yeah.
But it's now. It's go time.
Oh, it's now. And I think that's right. I mean, if you get Burks back, you have Burks and Woods and Westbrook Akine and now Racey McMath. Conley has been doing some really good things in practice. He had a 27-yard catch yesterday. And then, if you could get Kyle Phillips back. Then all of a sudden.
I keep forgetting about him.
Well, with the tight ends.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you're saying, we got a few folks. But, we've just never had that moment where – and Burks makes such a difference because then Burks, I think he's the one. I think I think he is the one. I think he's the one defenses are most worried about. And then all of a sudden, Woods falls into what he does. Westbrook Akine falls into what he does. The tight ends. It's a stair step in that way.
Here's an example of I think what Traylon Burks gives you. On the very first play on that flea flicker, there was a safety that was allowed to play 2 different receivers. If Traylon Burks is on the field, that's not happening.
No. No,
so Tannehill had to make up his mind which guy to throw into double coverage because one safety was guarding both guys.
Well, and I think Burks at some point, too, is going to catch a short pass and is going to rip somebody's arm off and go about – he's 229 pounds.
Yeah.
He's going to go 40, 50 yards, and he has the deep aspect. He is such a fast football player. He would not be a fast track man, but he's like Derrick Henry is – he's faster as a football player than he is what his 40 time is. Yeah. Joey Kent was like that. We've had some guys with the tight. Steve McNair was like that. He was considerably faster than what he ever would have run. Why is that? I have no idea. Some people are Chris Johnson, and they're just as fast on and off the field. But then most guys don't play as fast as their 40 time. The unusual ones who play faster than their 40 time, it's fun to watch.
That's a competitive thing, right?
I
because you see it in basketball where you talk about a guy being faster with the ball than without, and there just are guys that are that way.
Yes.
You might have been that way because you would fly up the floor with the ball.
It's different. Yep, the game time speed and knowing the angles and things of that nature. It plays into it.
Then that's what Traylon has.
Yeah.
And that's why it was so exciting to, he had the injury, and then, to see him get hit like that and to be knocked out, or however you want to term it, it's really disappointing because the catch he made on the play where he got hit is exactly why they drafted him. It's exactly why he was the target, because there is a specialness to what he has.
Yeah.
That's a guy making a play. And right now for this team, wherever it is, guys just have to make plays. Yeah. That's how you get out of this, Brent.
Yeah.
That's how you stop it, is people just do things and just win. Yep. You've got to have those guys who do that, or else you're in a quagmire and you can't get out.
Yep, and you've got the Chargers that are now 7-6, having won 2 out of 3, trying to get in the playoffs. You've got the Texans, who almost just took down Dallas. And we all know that they play the Titans well, usually.
Always.
Then you've got the Cowboys. Then you've got that game in Jacksonville that may turn out to be the one.
Could. Love
Good.
to have it clinched before going down there.
And rest people.
Well, and the tough thing about them is, and we said all last week, listen, it's not all fun and games with them anymore. Mm-hmm. And I said on the post game yesterday, and I meant it, you got to give them credit. Because everybody in Nashville is going to talk about, well, the Titans did that. Hey, Travon Walker, player. Mm-hmm. Trevor Lawrence, player. Yeah. Zay Jones, player. On and on and on. Evan Ingram, certain. I mean, he did that to us in the game where we shut out the Giants back in Vrabel's first year, where we had our first shutout in 16 years. He had 8 catches in that game for 75 yards. And yesterday, that was just crazy.
Need to figure out a way to
get that was Shannon Sharp-like.
Yeah, we talked about getting people back on the offensive side. Got to figure out a way to get Danico Autry back, Christian Fulton back, and get guys where they normally play.
Right, but here we are. I mean, the Titans did enough early on to put themselves in this position.
That's a great point.
And
that is a great point.
And I always say, it's a lot of seasons within a season. It's really 4 to 5 seasons. I think it's 4, because I think the postseason is just something totally different. Yeah. We're in the fourth quarter now. Mm-hmm. All right, 4 games to go.
Yeah.
It's December 12th.
Yep.
We got to go now and make it happen, because you don't want to just make it. You want to improve and make it with momentum. Because if you can be the 4 seed and you're at home, I mean, who knows what happens?
Yep. If you go 3-1, you're in, no matter what anybody else
does. Right.
Yeah, Fish used to always tell me that. Like, he would break it down into 4 games of 4. Now there's 17. But
you can't do that. You have to get into fractions.
Yeah, and I'm not doing that.
I'm just saying.
I'll let Fish do that.
I think the September into early October is a part of the season. I think you get into October, early November towards Thanksgiving. And then I think you get about a 1-month window where there's some separation until you get to like this weekend.
Yeah.
You start to get close to Christmas, and this is it. And somebody's going to do it. A team like the Chargers is going to do it. Look what Cincinnati's doing right now. Yeah. They started 0-2, and do you think anybody remembers that?
Yeah. Titans at Chargers, 3:25 to kill. You can catch the action Titans radio.
Starting at 2.
The zone
starting
it's an
at 2. Extra long Titans countdown with Rhett Bryan and Amy Wells.
There you go. Mike Vrabel show coming up tonight.
Mike Vrabel show. Tweet us questions at Titans Radio.
You might get a few.
We've had a bunch lately, and a bunch of really good ones. And you think I'm kidding. You don't, but people listening may think I'm teasing. But he likes that.
He'll answer anything.
He does not mind.
Yeah.
Now, you get to be the messenger.
I get to be the messenger, and I do get some strange looks.
Yeah.
If we had cameras in the studio for that, I do get some strange looks at times. Like, why would you ask me that?
Yeah.
I just read them.
Yeah.
I'm basically Ron Burgundy.
Yes. I've been known to be that way, too, with this job. Thank you, Mike. Good stuff, man.
Thanks.
Great to see you.
A beautiful studio. Congratulations.
Yeah. Did you bring a bottle of bourbon for the studio?
I didn't, but after yesterday, I would partake.
All right. More of your reaction when we come back. 615-737-1045. The VOD. There he is.
Here is one of the fun things about betting the NFL on FanDuel Sportsbook. You can always find new player or game props. And what is also cool about FanDuel Sportsbook is that you can put those props together, combine them with other bets from the same game, score yourself an even bigger payout, which is perfect for tonight's game. Tonight, yes, a little Monday night action. Patriots, Cardinals. Pats by 2.5. Over under is 44.5. Maybe add in DeAndre Hopkins anytime touchdown. Little Kyler Murray. Over under 234.5. Maybe go over on that. And then pick an anytime second half touchdown score, and boom, that's perfect. Your same game parlay is built. If you don't want to build your own, just log on to FanDuel Sportsbook, sign up today with promo code DAWN, DAWN, and nail a same game parlay or pick a same game parlay that has already been built on FanDuel Sportsbook. And if you haven't joined FanDuel Sportsbook, sign up with promo code DAWN for a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. You can make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Now, you do have to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable free bets. Expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Cedric Tillman on Twitter at CTillman04. Thank you, Vol Nation. I will always bleed orange as he announces his declaration into the NFL draft.
Knew that was coming.
Yep, for sure. Jalen Hyatt coming too.
I'm cool. I'm so cool with those announcements. Y'all know the ones that irk me, don't you?
The transfer portal announcements?
Oh, my gosh. The transfer portal announcement. Just go. Just go, man. Just go. Like, I just don't understand why you're
These
thinking.
fire you up.
Why are you thinking somebody? Why are you leaving then?
That you're leaving?
Yeah, why? I need to know why you leaving. Like, what are you really leaving for? Why are you thanking these people? They had to do you wrong. They had to do. Ain't no love there.
Oh, you mean just go?
Yeah, like
I don't
go.
need you thanking anybody.
Yeah, or give me the message of
I've decided to enter the transfer portal. Thank you, so-and-so fans, for all you've given me.
What they give you? Not enough, apparently.
Because you're leaving.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so thank you, Euro University, for accepting me. I'd rather have that. Thank you. That's my new school I'm going to.
Thanks, Huck. Hey, glad to have you.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? And that's what the fan base will do.
Euro University. Damn glad to have you.
Like, come on, dog.
615-737-1045.
So many announcements.
Let me get you past all that. Get you in a better mood. We'll talk about the Titans. Kevin in Hopkinsville next up on 3HL. Kevin, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Hey, we're good.
Hey, Mr. Slay, I messaged you on Facebook during the game yesterday about Dennis Daly. He sucks. I'm sorry. On one particular play I saw, he lined up, the defensive guy lined up directly in front of him, and somehow he managed to just whiff the whole person. I think he hit him in the back with his hand as he was going past. At this point, I'd rather just go ahead and put Dylan Radins in. At least he could fall down at his feet or something. The guy can dump on him.
Make the guy move his feet. Yeah. Oh, man. Thank you, Kevin.
Message too,
that would have been a great phone call if he'd have just said, yeah, Daly sucks. Goodbye. Just hang up.
He did give me a funny message.
That was close enough.
It was pretty. It's
not appropriate.
Tommy in Nashville next up about trick plays. Tommy, what's up?
What up, Tommy? Tommy, you sleep?
You sleep, Tommy? Hey, he has been on a while.
Tommy's snoring.
Oh, that's real. I respect that. Yeah, ain't nothing like a little cold-blooded nap. I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, Tommy. Let me hear you one more time for the people. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy, Tommy. Get your rest, Tommy, Tom.
Boy, you can relate to that guy.
Yeah, boy, get your rest, Tommy, Tom. I'm telling you, I want to be right there, boy.
Hold on. What does that say about our show today?
What about 5 o'clock a nap? Boy, he's going to be up all night.
Tommy Tom said I'm done. I ain't got no time.
Slay is so jealous.
I am. I most definitely am.
You knew what it was right off the bat.
Yes, boy.
Hey, let me go ahead and tell you, Slay knows, because Slay was snoring on that airplane, no doubt. We had a long weekend, man.
Army Navy was tough. When I came back on Saturday morning, I fell asleep on the tarmac. I woke up 30,000 feet in the air.
Dog, it's serious.
I had no idea.
Like, where am I?
I had no idea where I was.
Like, dog, there is no other experience like that, man, without question.
Wait, thank God I'm inside the plane.
We've been going since Thursday.
Yeah.
We've been going since Thursday.
Because we didn't get there till like 1:30 Thursday.
And going hard.
Yeah, and then you got to do the networking after all the work. Like, I mean, hey, listen, I ain't complaining.
No, it's awesome.
Just saying. Like,
that's why we're back.
We did leave him on hold for a really long time.
Why do you think Tommy's so tired?
Taking a little nitty in the nap. That's all.
Yeah.
Jared in Smyrna next up. Hopefully he's awake. Jared, what's up?
Uh-oh. Jared?
Jared, you better not be asleep too, brother. Oh, if he sleep too, I'm going to sleep too. Enough is enough.
Can't even see it.
That's my brother.
Oh, there's
There you
Jared.
go. What's up, Jared?
I should have known. It was a bad omen. And then, the rest, like, you got
Oh, Jared. Can't hear you, bro.
He said should have known it was a bad omen, but that was a bad connection.
What?
We lost you, Jared.
Jared, call back, man, because I know you got something good, brother.
He's on hold. Uncle. That's for
Uncle,
him.
okay.
Here's the thing. Was he talking to us, though, or was he talking to somebody else?
No, I think he was talking to us.
Oh.
Because he wanted to.
I was kind of nervous.
His subject.
What he was trying to say was he should have known it was going to be a bad game when the flyover that the Titans had before the game.
I said that.
You couldn't see the
I
plane?
said that in the bridge building.
Was it a stealth bomber? You couldn't see it?
Dude, you couldn't see nothing. You could just hear it. I'm looking up like.
I was wondering. I thought it was just me because we weren't in our seats yet.
I started complaining. I was like, dude, this is the only stadium that they do flyovers at, and you can't see the plane. They don't let them fly low enough. They must have told them to go all the way up in the clouds. Just make a lot of noise.
Heck, you know why? You should have been there for the Dolphins game last year. Almost high-fived the pilot. It was so low.
I know. And then
that pissed everybody off. Though.
And then
that's what I like. All the
Phil
people that like to
Williams,
get mad.
Crazy Phil Williams decided to write a whole hit piece on it.
Yeah, see, I like him. Be low.
Flying too low.
You talking about a flyover, man? Hey,
things.
we saw a flyover, boy, and we saw stunts. At the Army Navy game, didn't we?
Man.
I never seen this. First of all, I love to see like free falling and parachutes and all that.
It was the Army Golden Knights, the parachute team.
They came in like this. Two
They
people
were-
connected.
They were like basically holding
hands. Yeah.
Like just coming down 100 miles per hour
Those are
towards the
professionals.
I never seen nothing like that in my
you get
life.
the military up there, bro.
That was amazing.
And then they separated and both landed on their feet at the logo.
It had to be like, I'd say 75 feet in the air before they separated. From the ground.
They came way down.
I mean, they were flying. Literally.
It was really cool.
I'm telling you, though, I got to record it. I'm going to show you.
You said they were flying. I said the military. Like the military does all of the flyovers. Hendon Hooker named third team All-American behind Max Duggan, second team, Caleb Williams, first team.
Huh?
So those are our three Heisman
Say it again.
votes.
Hendon Hooker named third team All-American.
Behind Max Duggan, second team, Caleb Williams, first team.
My Heisman vote was Duggan first, Caleb Williams second, Hendon Hooker third.
Mine was exactly how the All-American team did it. Caleb Williams, Max Duggan, Hendon Hooker. Jalen Hyatt named first team All-American. So he gets his little face put up on the wall at the complex. That's where they put all the All-Americans.
Man, you know what they told me? I'm hot at them, too.
What'd they tell you?
They told me we didn't put your name up there because you were third team.
You, Aaron Rodgers.
On the first team. On the first team goes up. First team. I'm the top 15 in the country, man.
Yeah, seriously, in basketball, that's a different deal.
Right.
In football, you're talking about 22 people.
Yeah, true.
Dang, Slay.
Yeah, kind of dog me then.
Come on, Vols.
Sokoviak!
Just calling people out.
Hey, my boy.
Maybe Bobby can help you out. He gets things done, doesn't he?
I'm going to show you this, dog.
We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, people? Listen, man, always depend on people that can get jobs done. I'm telling you, Music City Autoplex is one. And now, if you're listening to me, you are in for a shopping pre-owned vehicle. If you looking for that in the last year, well, the prices skyrocketed. They were crazy high. No, bottom line, it really hasn't been the best time to buy a car. You knew it. I knew it. Everybody knew it. But what you may not know is that the prices have come down. You probably don't realize how much. Music City Autoplex has the best prices in Middle Tennessee, and that's a guarantee. In fact, they want you to shop around, compare the prices to others, and you'll see for yourself. But here's the best part. On top of the already low prices, Music City Autoplex is helping you with Christmas bills. You ever heard of that before? Yeah, I reached down in the Santa bag and I said, Music City Autoplex, we got to come up with something for the people. And the people said, you know what, Slay, you do need to get us something. So I'm the bridge. I'm putting the gap. I'm bridging the gap. And here it is. If you buy a car between now and the end of the year, you'll get a $500 American Express gift card. Yep, $500 American Express gift card. That's right, cash in your pocket. So pick up the phone, send a text. It's easy. We're all liking the text these days. Listen, Music City Autoplex. It's the uncommon dealership. Go get your car.
Good evening from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. Titans now get ready for the Chargers, and there's possibly anticipation of some players coming off of the IR. The Titans have released veteran linebacker Ola Adeni. That happened just a little while before 3HL started. Also, earlier today, Coach Vrabel said during his weekly press conference on Mondays that Dontrell Hilliard will not be available to go against LA this weekend. Around the NFL, quarterback Logan Woodside, now the former Titan, has been signed to the Falcons' 53-man roster. The Dallas Cowboys have added T.Y. Hilton to their team. And tonight, not only do you have Monday Night Football between the Pats and the Cardinals, you'll be able to hear it right here on 104.5 The Zone after the Mike Vrabel Show, but you also have Preds and Blues. Tonight, Puck Drop starts at 7 o'clock. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up? 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Cade Cunningham having season-ending surgery.
I know that name.
Number 1 overall pick, Detroit Pistons. Me and Slay having a conversation.
Cunningham, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Gene.
Arm, Oklahoma State.
Not Gene Cunningham, who was my English teacher at Hume Fogg my freshman year.
Babsy was like me.
His middle initial was O, so we called him Gino. Anyway, great dude. If you know Mr. Cunningham, tell him I said hello. There she is. She's Dawn Davenport.
Hi. That's bunk. That's bunk. Twitch, please. Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
You feeling any better working your way through this? Just kind of talking through this?
No.
If you missed it, we did have a phone call earlier. We went to a guy who didn't say anything, just started snoring.
I mean, listen, when you tired, you tired.
You just got to take a nap.
Yeah. Like naps, naps are hard to come by, man. You got to get them in when you can.
That's true.
He's Ron Slay. He likes to take naps.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building. 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 I'm in the building.
He is in the building. He is Ron Slay.
Hello.
Working our way through the 36-22
headache
defeat. The Titans absorbed
more
from
of a headache,
Jacksonville. It's more than that?
No, it's more of a headache.
Oh, more of a headache. Mm-hmm. Do you still have a headache? I mean, we're sitting here with it on in the studio, just rewatching the thing.
I got my back turned.
Lucky
All right, well, if
you.
you get your back turned, let you know 6 seconds to go in the second quarter. Titans about to screw up.
Thanks, son.
Yeah, they're down 20-14. Maybe they win this one.
Yeah.
Man, you just forget about, like, so many plays that happened in that game. Like, Babs, while you were out.
Yeah.
The touchdown to Jacksonville that made it 20-14 right over the fingertips of Roger McCrary.
Yeah.
No.
And I said to Slay, I said, how did he not intercept that ball? It would have been a great athletic play, no doubt, but it looked like it went right between his hands.
It did. That's probably what they were talking about at the draft. His arms been a little short. They were a little long, he may have picked it.
Like if he had normal human arms?
That's what they said. They said it was T-Rex. Right?
I'm not saying it.
Oh, yeah, no, but they said it.
Yeah.
Whoever they is.
They say a lot.
Yes, they do. And somehow their word is taking as gold.
Hey, by the way, I have to correct myself. It was not
Crazy
the
Phil
Golden
Williams?
Knights that did the
was
jump
the Seals.
in together. It was Navy. Yes. So I better fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Navy SEALs.
Yes.
They don't play
The
around
Army
either.
Golden Knights are the ones that I want Slay to jump with, that I jumped with a couple of years ago.
They talking about I got to get down to 250.
I know, but it's coming. What did you say?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. By spring, bring sexy back.
Yeah, you're bringing sexy back.
Oh,
so whenever you
okay.
bring sexy back, you can go jump out
So
of the
this summer?
plane with the Army Golden Knights.
No, spring. Huh?
No, I know. But this summer, she can book it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see how to, you know what I mean, how to wait and everything do.
Jeff Fisher did it too. He jumped into the
Into
practice
practice.
facility.
Is that
With
right?
the Golden Knights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody on the field was like, where's Fishbone? And then somebody was like, oh, look, it's a bird.
It's
a
fish.
plane. No, it's fish.
He jumped into the practice facility.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The practice
It
field.
was. I think it was
Yeah.
the last day of training camp, right?
Army Golden Knights.
Yep.
He was strapped to somebody.
He was attached to a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't just jump.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. He wasn't skydiving by himself.
No, I was like,
I
don't
laid
he
over
be-
at Metro Center, boy.
Yeah,
Like back in the day,
hey.
the AMC Theater.
He live in the mountains, right? Like Montana or
He
something?
does.
I mean, you do some wild things up there.
He's a mountain man.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
He told me one time about
the bears and everything up there.
Yeah, grizzly bears. That's what he told me one time because I'd be terrified of him. He's like, "Nah, you just stay downwind."
Stay who?
Downwind.
What's that mean?
To where they don't smell you.
What?
I don't know, man. I'm not a bear guy. That's Fish for you, Jeff Fisher.
Hey, Fish, listen. I think his son probably listening. Ain't they over there with TSU?
Yeah.
Tell your dad to call us, man. Like, Dad, come on. I need to hear this downwind. The bear wants you. The bear come to get you. And do he smell you? He wants you. He coming.
True.
Yeah, they can't stop you.
You ain't getting away either.
No. You got to. I think the black bears are the ones that they the veggie bears.
They're
the
veggie bears.
Yeah, they don't
Really?
like meat.
Yeah. They'll still bite you though.
Oh yeah,
They just won't eat you typically.
Yeah.
There are a couple cases.
I think I can survive if they just bite. They eat you.
Yeah, but the
Probably
black
out of
bears
here.
can go up trees too.
Yeah, so you ain't got no business running. They just take the bite and lay on down. The brown bear, you ain't got a chance.
The black bear's not a great athlete either. So like they're more like straight line runners. I've been in close proximity to black bears. Hiking through the Smokies. Yeah. And so like you go around a curve and you're not supposed to run. I didn't run. I might have walked fast until he saw me. And then I just clung to the side of the rock formation. And he just kept going down the hill.
They blind.
Or the mountain.
They ain't got
No,
no
he just
peripheral.
couldn't stop.
His brakes bad.
He slid down the mountain. He tried to stop.
What?
But by then he just kept going. I was terrified.
They lazy.
And that was 100% not what you're supposed to do. But I
I
saw.
wish I could have seen that, boy. What?
I saw they move fast though, man. I saw.
You crazy?
In the Smokies, you take the road up to Queenman's Dome, and there's these pull offs or whatever, and you know that when there's a bear because there's 8,000 cars,
right?
And so we parked and we were watching. This guy was feeding the bear, which you're not ever.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that because when he ran out of food, that bear went after him.
Did he?
And bit his hand.
How are you going to feed a bear?
So stupid.
Because ain't
Hey,
no
Babs,
food. You ain't got no food.
Some people aren't very intelligent.
You don't have enough food to
Did you
feed
know
a
that?
bear. You might well go out there in the ocean and try to feed a sperm whale or something. You think you're going to fill a sperm whale up? Ain't that the name of them? The longest ones?
Heck, that was your pick? I thought you were going to say a shark or something.
Great. All the things
Or a
in the
great
water.
white.
No.
You come up with a sperm whale.
Look how big
Or
they
a
are.
blue
You can't fill
whale?
them. No, you can't fill. You can't.
Shamu?
Orca.
You can't fill them up. Look how big they are. That was the biggest, aren't they?
Blue marlin.
No. Look up sperm whales.
Blue
people.
marlin will jump in the boat to try to get you.
But he can't eat you.
No, but he can stab you.
I know, Danny, what he gonna do though?
A sperm whale is the
He's gonna watch
largest
you
of the
bleed
whale
out.
family.
Huh? It's what?
A sperm whale is the largest of the whale
Come on,
family.
y'all. Come on now. I'm telling y'all
This
now.
is much more
Come on,
entertaining
man.
than talking
I'm
about
trying
this
to tell
loss.
y'all, man. I ain't out here playing around, boy.
All right.
Come on, Metro Nashville. I'm in here.
Let's go Procon Firebirds.
Yeah, MPHS, baby.
Eric in Nashville about the Titans, I would assume. Eric, what's up? Hunk, what is going on here?
Enough
What's
is enough.
going on?
Enough is enough. Now we got to hear somebody.
Eric.
Well, it's the darndest thing. I took a nap listening to sports, woke up listening to the great outdoors. But it is more.
Hey, I bet a big sperm whale could play left tackle.
I don't even want to know how somebody figured out that was the name of that animal. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm sure you know. Yeah, I've been a while. So
Get it together, Eric.
We feel you.
keeping a
Eric.
professional here, ladies.
We got it.
So no, I think we are really finding out how much we miss Taylor Lewan. Say whatever you want to, like him, hate him, whatever. I'll take a 70% Taylor Lewan over whatever we've got, and I'm sure Dennis Daly's a nice guy. a friend to furry woodland creatures, helps little old ladies across the street, but he's not it. And this offensive line, I think the next 6 months are very critical for this franchise and this team. You got to get the right general manager hire. You've got to fix this offensive line. You've got to get the secondary figured out. And I've noticed this the last few weeks. I think the biggest thing that the Titans need is for Danico Autry to get back, because the defensive front does not get after the quarterback nowhere near like they do when he's on the field. That's just my opinion.
They definitely. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. They definitely need Danico Autry back. There is no question about that. They need Christian Fulton back too to get Amani Hooker back at safety instead of nickel.
Right.
I want to go back to the Bear idea at left tackle though, because obviously a big sperm whale can't play left tackle because you're not playing underwater. But a grizzly bear or a, as you call them, veggie bear.
Yeah.
Black bears. That's them veggie bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of them could.
Yes, they could.
Boy, they'd maul somebody.
I have the answer as to why the sperm whale has its name. I've got to be very careful.
Do we really want this?
Oh, no.
It is named after what you think. It says that the head of the sperm whale contains an enormous fluid-filled organ, which whale harvesters mistook for.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That's how it got its name.
I want to go back with, out of all of the things in the sea, that's what Slay came up with.
That's the biggest animal. Imagine how long it would take to fill him up. You feel me? They told us to take animal crackers and feed Billy the goat.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. We weren't in a position to go buy animal crackers, but
they had 2 buckets of something that they were feeding them.
They
anyway.
did.
Yeah, but
so I was trying to get. There were 2 of them. Yep.
2 Bill the goat. So Billy, the brother.
Yeah, Billy was there.
So Bill the goat. They don't
He
live
was
long and they're
smaller.
expensive. These are things that we learned from the Secretary
They
of the
are
Navy, or the Vice Admiral.
Alpaca.
Yep.
They're alpaca goats.
yeah, not just a normal
Yeah,
goat.
it's not just a typical goat.
I'm telling you, dude. You look into those eyes; they're crystal blue, like unlike anything you've ever seen, and it either terrifies you or
you connect.
Yep.
I connected.
Yes, you did.
You connected with Bill the goat.
Listen to this. Like, I was trying to get video for Baby Bab. She's obsessed with so I'm like, all right, I'm going to get video for her.
Wait, there's no sheep on this album.
I know, but that's what she says for goats.
Yeah, I like
so I was getting video. So I was like,
Baby Babs.
yeah,
That's right.
Baby Babs is right. So I was getting video, like walking backwards as they were walking to their spot. Those things just came right at me.
So did.
They did, like, look me in the eye, came up to my knees, and were like cuddling into my legs with their
nudging
horns.
Is it
they
'cause
were
you
like
have-
nudging me?
Is it because you have blue eyes?
I don't know what it is.
I said that one time and you told me they're green.
My eyes are actually green, but it's okay. Whatever.
Look at her eyes and tell me they're not blue.
I know. It's when the sun hit them.
Well,
They
the
go back
hat,
green.
the blue in the hat doesn't.
Yeah,
help.
the blue shirt probably makes them look.
Oh,
blue.
like that Navy. We saw a Navy pullover, and my comment was, I need to get that Navy pullover. It was like bright blue, and I said it'll really bring out the color of my eyes. And Babs didn't even laugh. She goes,
It was like,
Babs was like, yeah, you're right.
yeah, really would.
And then she said, these are lines that we say off the air that are ridiculously whatever they are. She's got really, like, Babs has really big hands and long fingers. And so when you sit next to her, she talks with them. And so, like,
It's dangerous.
You could get hit
Yeah.
at some point. And I told her that, and she goes, I know, I should have been a pianist. All right, more 3HL when we come back. Buck Reising at 5:30. Listen, man, I went through and I documented all of the second half first drives of the season. And I did it for the beginning of the game, too. And we're going to compare 17 drives compared with, how do I have 13? How do I have 13?
In the second
17.
half?
Anyway, yeah, we're going to do
Second half,
that. I'll figure it out next on 104.5 this.
Hey, everybody. Yep. The holidays have arrived, man, and it's time for you to go on and start getting things in order, man. Listen, Big Slay, your man, I got something for you. Now, you go hook up with my other partners. That's Famous Dave's. You know, they're my partners in the barbecue business. So you go holler at them, man, over there in Hermitage, Smyrna, and Franklin, and they will take care of you. They're going to make everything easy for you. They got so many different feasts that you can choose from. Let's go through them. 1, the whole hickory smoked turkey feast. 2, the whole double smoked ham feast. 3, the sliced hickory smoked turkey feast. And 4, the sliced double smoked ham feast. Yes, indeed, it's so much to choose from. All the fixings, and you better believe, I know you're sitting there wondering, can I get some of them cornbread muffins? You better believe they come with the cornbread muffins, man. That's the best part. That's what you sop up the sauce in there. Okay, well, maybe I'm just talking for me. But anyway, you get the Famous Days, man. Get your pre-order in and lock it in, and let's get it. It's Famous Days.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Oddly, during the break, we did a lot of research on Captain Ahab. Hunt goes, what's the most famous sperm whale? And I said, Moby Dick.
Yeah.
And then Slay started arguing with us.
Yep. I was wrong. I was. But in a sense, I was right.
How do you figure?
Because they did some trickeration with, what do you call it?
You were thinking of a different
The illustrations of the book.
Oh.
The pictures. They did some trickeration. Like they keep changing the whale. They're making the whale
yeah, but
evolve.
Herman Melville just wrote the book. He didn't put pictures in there. Somebody else adapted
That's
whatever
what I'm
they
saying.
thought.
So in my book, my Moby Dick book, then the whale is the sperm whale.
Yeah.
Which is like blue.
Exactly.
Gray.
Sperm whale. That is what he is.
This is an albino sperm whale.
What I tell you, Babs? What's the biggest whale? Blue whale.
Blue.
That's what the whale is.
All right. Okay. I figured out what I was trying to figure out.
Moving on.
In the last 17 second half possessions. Because, I asked the question earlier, do you take play calling responsibilities away from Todd Downing this week and give it to Tim Kelly, the passing game coordinator? And to your point, both of y'all said, well, how's that going to change who they're throwing to, who's running, who's blocking? Well, it doesn't. But first half to second half, there's a drastic difference on what they do offensively.
Such as?
So I'm going to get to it. Mm-hmm. So defensive coaches of Titans opponents are making adjustments at halftime, and clearly the Titans are not as good with their adjustments. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's not the production. So the last 17 second half possessions, not counting end of game situation. All right, there were 2 of those. So the last 17 second half possessions, 10 punts, 2 failed fourth downs. So there's 12 of the 17. 2 turnovers. There's 14 of the 17. 2 field goals. Hey, 6 points. And 1 touchdown. They have 1 touchdown in the last 17 second half possessions. That goes back into the third quarter of the Green Bay game.
And 13 points total.
13 points in the last 17 second half possessions. Now, when you go to the first possession, the scripted possession, first possession of the first half in each game. Giants, touchdown. Buffalo, touchdown. Oakland, touchdown. Indy, touchdown. Washington, punt. Indy, punt, but field goal on second drive. Houston, missed field goal, but a chance to score.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, punt, but a touchdown on drive 2. Denver, punt. Green Bay, touchdown. Cincinnati, punt. Philly, punt, but scored a touchdown on the second drive. And then Jacksonville, touchdown, the Henry run. So 13 possessions, 13 opening drives this year so far. 6 touchdowns out of the 13. 1 missed field goal and 6 punts. So more scoring opportunities than punts or turnovers.
Yeah.
Drastically different. While you're reading Moby Dick, I'm looking at first half possessions of the Titans.
I mean, man, it's still. So what is?
So the argument is, where's the adjustment?
Yeah, and if that's the case, what does Tim Kelly see in the personnel out there that Downing doesn't see in the same personnel out there? I don't know how.
But see, we don't know, right? And we don't know because
and it's a collaborative.
It's a collaborative
effort. But
who's really calling what?
Yeah.
Does Vrabel stick his 2 cents in there too?
My guess would be
he
yes,
said yes
from time to time. Yeah.
So I mean, at some point, okay, all right, here we go. What we going into now? Week 15.
Do we have too many cooks in the kitchen?
And are they upset because it's not a dish of their choice that's working?
Are there too many hands in the cookie jar?
You know what I'm saying?
Where's Dinah and the Cookie Monster and all this?
I
don't know. All these things are making me hungry. So let's talk to Buck Reising. Buck, what's up? How are you?
Buck's not hungry.
Hello, friends. No, I'm not hungry.
Yeah, the snack for sure.
So I just went through. I'm gonna give you the abbreviated version of what research I just did. So Titans last 17 second half possessions, 10 punts, 2 failed fourth downs, 2 turnovers, 2 field goals, and a touchdown. 13 points in the last 17 second-half possessions. First-half possessions, first possessions of the game, 13 of them, 6 touchdowns, 1 missed field goal, 6 punts. Why can't they get anything going in the second half of football games?
It is so bizarre that they have like their biggest collapses coming out of the locker room. I can't remember who it was that made the joke about, maybe just don't send them in the locker room. Just leave them on the sideline. Just like Evan McPherson at the Super Bowl. Let them watch the halftime high school band performance.
Yes.
Let them sit out there. No halftime adjustments. Let's ride. Let's see what they got. But
high school coaches do that sometimes.
What Hunk said Dabo did it.
Yeah, Dabo did it against the Hurricanes a couple of years ago. He just left them they just sat on the field and took a knee.
Well, I don't like to follow any precedents set by Dabo Swinney, who I believe to be an utter laughingstock. But I will say to you that this Titans second half offense is just abominable, and there's a great many reasons why. But they have so many different issues that you could pin it on any number of things and still be right about why the hell they can't perform in the second half.
So what do you think about the question, do you give the play calling to Tim Kelly now?
I don't blame people for thinking that way, but also I look at the pressure numbers for the left tackle and Aaron Brewer and say, is Tim Kelly going to be able to get anything more accomplished than what they're able to not accomplish at this given point? Like, is it so dire that is the thing that people think is actually going to be able to change things up? Because everybody today, or at least over the last couple of days, everybody's getting cut except for Dennis Staley. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. They see that dude allow 6 pressures, 2 sacks, and end up in a puddle of himself around Ryan Tannehill being on his back with the picture of Dennis Staley laying there right next to him on his back as he tries to get a touchdown pass off is one of the funniest things and saddest things about watching this football team on a week-in-week-out basis. Like,
I said the same thing earlier. It's almost like painfully entertaining to watch it.
No, nothing about this bleep is entertaining. Are you kidding me? I contemplated self-harm in the press box yesterday. I'm like, I can't. What have I chosen to do with my life? What is wrong with me that I would continue to subject myself to this? But Tim Kelly's also responsible for putting together this offense. Like, I guess Todd's calling the plays, whatever. But like, Tim Kelly is very, very much. He is the passing game coordinator. What passing game? I ask you.
Is Todd Downing calling the plays? Is this a definite?
Yes.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
There we go.
You say what passing game? Tannehill says what protection?
Oh no, totally fair. Like I'm saying, like they can't get there. He is by the metrics the worst left tackle in football. Like the worst. It's not. And apparently they have 2 worse options behind that guy.
How is that even possible?
That's the wildest part.
That's my question. How is there not an option somewhere on a practice squad?
Anywhere in the league, you got 31 options.
That's better than Daly. Is it nobody's researched it? Like where I find it so hard to believe that there's not a better option.
Somewhere.
Am I crazy?
They're saying yes. I don't have the full research on the 32 or the 31 other practice squads.
I'm about to do it.
It's honestly what somebody needs to at this point, for God's sakes. Like, it's just, but like, I watched the Raven Clark out there, and he's the extra tight end, and he's just as bad. Like, he's just as bad, and he's also on this roster, and that was another solution to the problems that they have. So, maybe they're thinking, okay, 11.7% of the snaps that Dennis Staley takes, he's allowing pressure. Maybe that goes up to 15% if you put LaRaven Clark at left tackle. I don't know. They clearly seem terrified to try it for how much worse it could get. Because it could always get worse.
Well, I'm seeing all kinds of offensive tackles on these practice squads. Hell, maybe you could sign a defensive tackle and let him play left tackle.
Buddy, they could sign Slay and let him play offensive tackle, and it wouldn't go as poorly as it did yesterday.
I know. He's got 20/20 vision in his left eye.
That's right.
He has astigmatism, too, so.
Well, that's in his right eye, though.
Oh, that's right. We're good. Hey, Buck.
Aaron Brewer's got the inside of his leg. Don't worry about it.
So there is a portion of people out there that are saying the reason this team looked so bad is because Amy Adams fired the general manager in the middle of the season, and so everybody's given up now, and that's their cue that, hey, they're not good enough, whatever, which I think is bunk. But just your take on how the firing of your GM in the middle of this season affects these players. You hang out with them in the locker room, you chat with them, you talk to them often. Your take on the effect that had.
Well, let's not diminish that because
okay, because I am.
Shook.
So
no. Well, I'm saying in game and like the effect of like what the conversation was like leading up in the week to, in the locker room in the week leading up. Right, those are two different things. Okay. Obviously, everybody top down was shook about what the hell it was that this team did. There's literally no precedent for firing the general manager in the midst of his 7th consecutive winning season and a 3rd straight division title, something this franchise has never done. And by the way, the Jags, who are looking across at the Titans and saying, oh, yeah, we'll take that guy off your hands, or the Texans, or God knows whoever else is going to be looking for executive help this offseason, who would be grateful for the kind of executive that John Robinson is. Now, I'm certain that when Evan Ingram is catching passes all over them, that going through Terrence Mitchell's mind is like, damn, you know what I wish wouldn't have happened this week? The Titans fired John Robinson. That's really, really in my head right now, while this giant pterodactyl is diving all over me, catching touchdown passes on my neck. Like, that's not the way that works. So, I mean, Mike Vrabel said they felt like they had a good practice week. Like, and I believe it. Mike, I mean, once you get through the initial shock of it, yeah, it's basically just another roster transaction, even if, I think we all know it's bigger than that. Mm-hmm. And if anything, like, that should heighten the sense of urgency. And they came out that way. To their credit, they came out swinging. They haven't scored 14 points in the first quarter since October, week 4, okay? Like, they came out, and they looked like they were ready to rock. They did the whole, pushing the pile thing for a first down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
I'm like, oh, bleep, they got something. They got a little juice, and then they just pooped themselves. And you're looking around like, oh, maybe you guys just suck. Like, that's maybe that's it. I believe that they want to do better. I believe that they care, but the ability to be able to do these things, they nuke themselves. And when your best player is responsible for half of your 4 turnovers yesterday, like, Derrick Henry is immune from criticism in almost any other situation, but like, he's culpable in this too. Even as they let things get out of hand and the score got away from him, and once you start to have that score separation, Derrick becomes not your most important offensive player anymore, as was evidenced by the way the second half went.
Right.
Kendall Lamb, he's out there. Remember him?
No. Yes, they do, and that was I don't think Ryan Cown's going to look around. You know what? Be like, you know what? That guy's going to fix my problems.
Well, they do need to get some guys back for sure. So maybe that can happen this week, and they can go down to Los Angeles, get a win, and put some more separation.
Breaking news. We got breaking news. You guys have like a sound you want to hit for breaking news?
Yeah.
Hit it.
The Eagles are signing former Titans Pro Bowl punter Brett Kern,
look at that,
replaced punter and holder Aaron Sippus, who is out indefinitely after getting hurt Sunday per league source. Look at that.
I love it.
Thank you, Aaron Rodgers.
Brett Kern back.
BK might have sent us a picture from up there. I'm really happy for him. Might have a chance at a ring. Congrats, Brett. Things work out sometimes.
I would say he's coming out on the winning side of this particular transaction this year.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for that little bit of information. Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, Buck.
Hey,
Buck.
Yes.
why answer like that? Like, well, I'm going to hit you with something wild or something.
Well, I mean, I don't know. This interaction could go any number of different ways, and I'm preparing myself for all of them.
How about your Hoosiers, man? They're ranked 14th.
I'll bleep you.
I'm just saying. They
just lost to Arizona.
That was a hard-fought game against Arizona, though, man.
I had to hear about that. Hey, Buck, how many cats do you have now?
He's already gone.
He hung up on me after that.
Oh, he did. Dang it. I wanted to know how many cats he has. Does he have 4 now?
Sorry,
Buck Reising, the host of the creatively named Buck Reising Show.
Yeah.
Weekdays from
Way
10
to
until
go out
1.
on a limb.
They said it's a tussle between naming it the Lucas Penzica Show featuring Buck Reising.
Oh, yeah.
I hear rumors there's going to be a name change.
Really? Penzica's working on it.
All right. I don't know what they got going on in the shadows over there, but when we come back, we'll go through as many of these calls as we can to get your reaction as we wrap the therapeutic session by talking about sperm whales and veggie bears. Next on 104.5.
Yo, 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 cash for the holidays. If you need it to pay off credit cards right now, Loan Pronto has you covered. Their all-new Express Equity line of credit program, just what you need. Keep your low mortgage rate, still get cash out. Yeah, you don't even have to do a full home refi. Just get that small portion of the equity you have in your home out and enjoy a super low rate. Loan Pronto has this Express Equity credit line. You close in 7 to 10 days. $50,000 loan will only cost you around $300 a month. How about that? Use that money, pay off those high interest credit cards, consolidate other debt. You can start a home improvement project maybe if you want. And you can do it even if you just did a total refi recently or you just bought your home. Tap into that equity with this fast, easy program from Loan Pronto. Go check it out, loanpronto.com. I have used Loan Pronto to refinance my own house, and they are awesome. 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com, 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Can't hear me.
I'm not.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. There I am. Best Christmas song out there, Christmas in Hollis, and the best Christmas movie out there, Die Hard.
I am not going to disagree with you that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Deer.
But I am going to disagree with you that it's the best.
It's the best.
No.
We'll have that conversation later.
I can't wait.
Closer. All right, let's play a game real quick, and then we'll try to take as many phone calls as we can.
Let's do it.
I scoured the practice squads.
Yes.
And I looked for SEC offensive tackles because I want to ask Babsy, who's been on these sidelines for years. I mean, not that many years. You're like 25 years old.
That's right.
Yeah. But you started when you were like 10.
Yes.
So we'll play, does Babsy remember this guy? And if Babsy doesn't remember this guy, then we mark him off. If she does, then we pick one.
Okay.
To play left tackle for the Titans.
I like this guy.
Because for those that don't know, you could go to somebody's practice squad, pick a guy up, and put him on your active roster, and they can't do a damn thing about it.
Correct.
All right.
But you have to put him on your active roster.
Justin School, Vanderbilt.
Yeah. I would not pick him up, though.
But he might be our best option, so I put a check mark. Well, you haven't heard the rest of the options.
Okay.
Greg Elland, Mississippi State.
It's Island.
We're starting off well.
Yes.
That's a great name for a left tackle. Island.
I'm sold on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can mark off School because of Island?
Yes.
Fred Johnson from Florida.
I don't remember him.
Roderick Johnson from Florida State. I just thought it was funny that there were two Johnsons on the same practice squad.
That's a FSU.
And one went to
they're
Florida,
on the same?
Yeah, and one went to Florida and one went to Florida State.
Oh, I bet that's fun.
Yo, Johnson. No, the other one. Go Gators. I mean Seminoles.
Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
Hey.
Johnson and Johnson.
Or as
Give Johnson and Johnson a try.
Steve Spurrier used to call them Free Shoes University. Or criminals.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zach Bailey, South Carolina. Myron Cunningham, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Island or Cunningham? We'll come back to it.
Greg. I'd go Greg.
Greg Island. Okay. Sorry, Myron. You stay on the practice squad. Offensive tackle, Isaiah Prince, Ohio State. I know it's not an SEC guy, but I figured Ohio State guy. I mean, he's played at a high level, right?
Right?
I'm
going to go in
got
there.
one on the right side.
There you go.
David Sharp, Florida.
Nope.
Badora Traore, LSU.
No.
Greg Island, Mississippi State. Sign him.
There we go.
We just, listen.
We'll do your job for you.
We could, 3HL could be the interim general manager.
No knock to you, Ryan. Just hire us on.
Or Ryan Cowden, if you're listening. There's your guy right there. Greg Island, Mississippi State.
Did all the research. Oh, what?
It's EILAND.
Why are we so early, Hunk?
Because Mike Vrabel is ready to talk to everybody.
Oh, man. Rob, Edward, Laura, Garrett, Tim.
Oh, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. We love y'all.
I mean, hi, everybody.
Yeah, what up, everybody?
Will you call back tomorrow?
Will you write down
Please.
their names, and when they call back, they jump to the front? Any of
Right
these
on top
guys.
of that, Rose.
Yeah, any of these people.
Good job, Honk.
Love y'all. Mean it.
At
yeah.
Titans Radio, by the way, if you have questions for Coach.